Well, hello and welcome. It's me, Amy with Amy Cat's Colors, and I am back today with another coloring haul video. This one will be a little different because it's going to be a coloring book and supplies and Happy Mail video. So here we are. It is about mid-August already. Somehow time is just flying by, but I am doing a lot of coloring and I hope that you are too. And I hope that you are enjoying the tail end of the summer, really is kind of where we're at. But let's go ahead and get started. I actually don't have that many books that I have purchased to share with you, but in very exciting news, hold on, I should have probably figured this out before I got started. There we go. In very exciting news, my copy of the Merry Christmas coloring book from Hannah Carlson did arrive last week, a few days ago. Yeah, it was end of last week. So this is what the Swedish edition came out last year. So it is a relatively new book, God Jul. And the English version was just released here in August. I'm very excited to get started in this one and have been really enjoying seeing what everyone else has been coloring in there. New to me, I recently purchased Circle Pattern Dots Color by Number, and this is from 2022 from Jennifer Rowling. I actually heard about this on another channel and got very excited about it, and it looks like something I would very much be interested in completing. Another example of enabling from another colorist on, I think this one was on Instagram. This is Ruby Joy's Magical Tealand Cute and Fantasy Coloring Book. I really don't need more coloring books, guys, but I love tea and tea time. I've talked about it on my channel before. I do have the Creative Haven tea book, but this one I'd never heard of. This is my first book from Ruby Joy, and it involves a lot of cute images. This is like the cute and cozy variety of images involving teapots and teacups and tea time, and it's just absolutely adorable, and I'm very excited to color in it. And then the last coloring book that I purchased for myself since my last haul was Southern Lotus Spooky Summer Cute and Easy Coloring Book. I have already shown a flip for this one, and I've colored in it a bunch already. It's appeared in my completed pages videos, but I really love this book and have really enjoyed coloring in it. Okay. And so now I've got some supplies to share with you, starting with Neocolors 2s. Now I do think I talked about this at least in another video. It wasn't a haul video. It wasn't in my latest haul video because I did a mid-year back in June. That was my last haul video, so it's been a couple of months, but I had never used Neocolor 2s and kind of was a little intimidated by them, wasn't sure. So I figured I did ask you guys in a YouTube post for some feedback and opinions, and it sounded like a good idea to start with a small set and then kind of see if something that I enjoy using, and kind of go from there and get more if it's something that I use a lot of. And so I did, I have completed a page using Neocolor 2s as a background. It was in Maria Troll's Shooting Star coloring book, and I did very much enjoy using these, but I'm going to continue to use them before I kind of make any other major purchases or expand my collection. So that's the Neocolor 2s that I have. I also am not sure if I've mentioned this, but I purchased a set of, it's on the cheaper side. These are alcohol dual tip markers, a set of 48 that I got from Marshall's. And if you're not familiar with Marshall's or don't have one, it's kind of very similar to Ross, and there's another one, TJ Maxx. It's kind of like, what do you call it? Kind of a lot of name brand items, household goods, and decor that are past their, I guess, season at a discounted price. So these are from Artist Concepts. I was not familiar with this brand. And we have a broad tip and a fine tip. The price point was just, I want to say they were like $16 maybe. It's just amazing for that amount, and they work fine. And I do a lot of color by number now, and then color in some of these cheaper books where I don't mind, like my Ohuhus, I'm definitely, they're my, you know, gold standard of what I'll use in some of my nicer pages. But it's nice to have these for some of my other books, and for the yellows. So orange and yellow is what I run out of most of the Honolulu Ohuhus. And rather than, like, I've not done any refills yet, I do have a backup set of Ohuhus, but what I'll do is I'll take the ones out of here that are orange or yellow, and so some of them I've taken out, some of them are still here, and I'll put actually in my Ohuhu case, so I always have those colors on hand. But I really like this zip pouch too. It's bright and colorful with the stripes, so it's aesthetically pleasing. So I am a sucker for a cheaper set of alcohol markers, and giving those a whirl. Limited edition Crayola. Did you know that there have been a few retailers, I guess, that have their one-of-a-kind Crayola items, and I noticed that they were on display at the start of the back-to-school season. These two items, and I'll talk about each one of them separately, they're from Target, and when I first saw them, I was like, ooh, I want, but I don't really need them. And I passed, but I kept thinking about it. And then when I went back to Target this past weekend, I saw that all the items that were left in the collection were 30% off. And I was like, yeah, I think that's my sign to go ahead and get them. But this is a little case that has, here, I can't really zoom you out anymore, but I can move you around, that has some retired, they're back from retirement colors. It has the crayons and the pipsqueaks, and then it also came with, just fell out of the case, a sticker page and some coloring pages that are really cute. And this one's muley, for which I guess is like a mulberry color. That's this guy here, and I want to say there were like 4 different ones that you could get, and so I guess that would change up your sticker sheet that's inside. So it smells so good. But yeah, I actually use crayons quite a bit in my coloring, and I love the pipsqueaks too. So kind of like a smaller-ish version of a super tip. So definitely going to use these. Ooh, but that's this, and I don't know what you call it. Here we go. Limited edition collection, color with character, unique color assortment, 60 pieces. So it has 8 retired crayons, 4 pastel crayons, 8 regular crayons, 20 pipsqueak skinnies, 20 coloring pages, and 1 sticker sheet. Okay, there are 4 to collect, and here are the retired crown colors. And I'm not sure what else. I saw some Crayola limited edition. I think Walmart has something, and I can't remember what it is. And I want to say Michael's had something too, but excited to pick that up. Now this is a Caboodles, and I love Caboodles. I have an OG Caboodle from like the 1990s. I still have it, and I put some like crafting and scrapbooking supplies in it. But this is also, they sold it in the different retired colors. This is Take It Tote. And it's basically a little case. It's like a little miniature caboodle that, hey, what's going on? That has a mirror, a little tray, and a bottom section. And it did come with one sheet of stickers. Like some retro Crayola stickers. So I really wanted this too, for sure. And like you could put some markers or crowns in here. It'd be really nice for like travel. If you're just gonna take a few things with you, but you also like don't have to use it for, you can use it for whatever you want. You don't have to use it for your coloring supplies necessarily. So that's my limited edition Crayola items that I found. And then some kind of backup. So backup supplies. I got a gold and silver sparkle pup replacement for my gold, which is running pretty low, and I just don't want to have it run out on me while I'm in the middle of coloring and I need it. So I got that. I love this manual pencil sharpener so much, and I use it all the time. I have a blue one. This is a backup one in purple, and it's the T-Gall multi sharpener, and you can change the size. And I got it on Amazon. I got both of these items on Amazon. I just wanted to, in case something happens to my other one, I was like, I need a spare. Okay, so I got these. These are the Ohuhu journaling or journal pens, and they actually have a dual tip, dot tip, and a calligraphy brush. And I got these because in some of my color by numbers that have the circle, like the one I just got, but also some of my other books, I was finding that I really liked to use these dot markers. And I like to use them as accents too in backgrounds and stuff, or to add like pattern, just to do dots in a really controlled way. And I had this set from Michael's. It's Artist Loft. It's their store brand, but I didn't have that many colors. What is this? I got like 12 of them maybe. So I looked online and saw these, and I want to say it's 24 of them in here. What did we say? But anyway, it's 24 colors, and got some of the bold colors in here. I haven't used them yet, but I'm really excited. I mean, they basically look the same as my other ones there that I got. And it does come with a page protector sleeve in there too. But yeah, it's also, and I got the dot marker or dot tip, and then that calligraphy side, and it says Ohuhu Komimi journal pens. Got them on Amazon, but really excited about them because I really enjoy my other dot markers. So I am looking forward. So the book, I think it'll also be really perfect in here too. This has however many colors it has. 25 different colors, so I should, between these two sets, be able to do most of them. Okay, let me see how I'm doing. Okay, not really a supply, but I love sticky notes, and Space Timber's coming up, and I couldn't resist this sticky note set from Dollar Tree with the space theme. It was wrapped in plastic. I've removed it, but I really like these type of sticky notes for marking my pages, for completed pages, especially the bigger ones I'll use to record, like if it's a buddy color, who the buddy was with, or if it's a project book or some type of hashtag. Like I know I use these a lot, the kitty cats. But I love a good sticky note. And they're just, this is so fun, and I'm ready. I'm excited about Space Timber. The other thing that I really love to use are stamps. Stamps and stencils I do a lot of, I feel like. And I have a lot of stamping type markers. These are some 100% real cute, kawaii kind of looking Foodie Friends stamps. And these are from Five Below. And I thought it would be really fun to kind of add this maybe as a background or embellishment on any of my like kawaii type pages that I color, which I have, you know, a few books that are kind of like in that style. So I couldn't, I mean, they're just adorable. I got to come up with some more adjectives, y'all. The struggle is real. I feel like I'm struggling to talk. Again, poor planning on my part. I come home from a long day of work. I'm tired. I want to color, and I'm doing a video. I'm probably going to cut that out. You don't want to hear me complain. You just want to see my haul. Another backup item. I love these, and they're so inexpensive. It's a shame that there's only 8 colors, but these are the Dollar Tree glitter gel pens from Jot, which is their brand, store brand. $1.25, 1mm, and they work beautifully. So, wanted to pick up some extras. I mentioned it in a short video, but back to school is like a really great time. It's a really awesome finds for like coloring supplies and adjacent items that one might use for their color videos and stuff, but especially pencil cases. Some of these stores like Walmart, I feel like, and Dollar Tree are knocking it out of the park with all these pencil cases. I wish I could just buy them all, but I didn't. But I did buy 2. I have this one from Dollar Tree that looks like a crown, and it's pretty big. It came in, I think, all the primary colors. I can't remember. I want to say there were 3 or 4 of them. I chose red. Red's one of my favorite colors, red and orange. So I'm excited to use that. I haven't figured out what I'm putting in there yet. And then not these markers, but this case. It's a zipper, hard plastic. I love this. And I feel like I've talked about it already. So I'm sorry if this is a repeat. This one's like a blue iridescent, and they come in different shapes and sizes. Target has a version, Walmart has a version, and Dollar Tree, I think, has a version. They're probably varying sizes and quality, but this one's pretty nice. This is from Walmart. And then lastly, on my supplies, this is another recent purchase. I picked up some more budget-friendly alcohol markers. This is from Five Below. These are pastel colors, and I'm excited about these too because I love my Ohuhu pastel colors. And again, my little logic here, thinking, well, if I have some backups for some of my most frequently used colors, that would be amazing. I have not swatched these. So far, I've had really good luck with the alcohol markers that I've been buying from Five Below. And they last a long time as well. Actually, that's what's in here. So they don't sell this version anymore, I don't think. But these were 2, I think 12 packs. One was neutrals and one was just like bold colors. And I use these in my Countdown to Christmas book from Jeanette Veronica. So I colored that entire, 25-page book with mainly these. And so did my daughter. And then we started a second Countdown to Christmas book that we didn't quite finish. And I've been using these throughout the year. So I think there's a couple that I have used up, but I still have some life in a number of them. And here we are in August. So yeah, I mean, they have done well. So I'm hoping that I have a similar quality. Oh, so look, these say Artist Concepts, which is the same brand that I had purchased from Marshall's. So that's interesting. That's cool. Five Below doesn't have a set like this because, you know, they try to stay. I know they have some things that are like $20 and like $5, $6. I think these were $6. But that's interesting though that they're that same brand. So they should be good because I have been using these. So this is 18. And I like the case that it comes in. Oh, it's so cute. All right. So let me put all this aside and I will share with you my Happy Mail that I got. All right, I cleared some space. So I'm really excited to share with you some Happy Mail that I received from a lovely coloring friend here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And she is Juliet Colors. So if you have not checked out her channel, please do that. Juliet reached out to me and she said, "Hey, you and your daughter like Taylor Swift, don't you? Like, do you know about this book, The Knights of Tay Realm?" And I was like, you know, I think I do remember seeing that book in someone's haul or something like that, somewhere on YouTube, but I don't have it. And she said, well, I really want to get that for you. Send me your address or Amazon wish list because I want to make that happen. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, that is just wonderful. And so I gave her my information. And then last week, several packages arrived. And when I got home, I had like the worst day. It was a terrible day. And I was like in a really sour mood. And my daughter, when I walked in, was like so excited. She was like, you got all these packages. I was like, oh, I was only expecting like, you know, one book. And I didn't think I had anything that was waiting for from Amazon. And she was like, can I open them? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And not only did Juliet send me and my daughter a copy of The Knights of Tay Realm, which is a gorgeous book. And it's so much better even in person than I remember seeing in a video. It's amazing. But she also sent more goodies from that she picked out for me and from my wish list. So I'm going to share those with you today. Okay, so let's start with this book though, because we do love Taylor Swift and are very excited. Juliet also has a copy of this book, and she'd mentioned on her channel, coloring it from front to back, possibly. And so we're excited to color along with her in it. And it kind of goes through, it explains it in the beginning. I'm not going to belabor it because you can go check out. Maybe someone's flipped through, and if not, tell me and I'll film one. Meet the Knights. So it's like all the eras, like all of her albums, right, are their inspiration. And for this book, which, by the way, because I didn't say it, this is illustrated by L.F. Vernon, and it's from Andrews McMeel Publishing. You can't even see what I'm showing you, can you? Okay, maybe you can. So this is very exciting. It's really kind of like a romantasy book in a way. It has that kind of fantasy vibe. There's some dragons and swords and but there's no male character. It's just Taylor Swift. But it does have that feel of like a romantasy type or fantasy type book. But it is gorgeous. And I love all the detail. Here's one with her cats. I'm very excited to color in here. All right. And then, I mean, that was great in and of itself. Just the fact that I got a book from a fellow YouTuber and colorist. She sent more, but wait, there's more. So from my wish list, I also had super golden markers, and this is a set of 12 from Guangna. I've heard so much about these things and just never pulled the trigger on ordering them quite yet because I have several other things that are similar, like some cheaper ones, and I have like glitter markers from Ohuhu, but I am super excited to get into these. They are stunning, beautiful, and I know so many lovely people in our community are huge fans of the super golden markers. So thank you so much, Juliet. I'm gonna keep saying that. Because I mean it. It's like very exciting. Oh, but anyway, back to my story that I completely forgot that I was talking about. So I was in such a bad mood and had such a crap day that like coming home to this, not only the Taylor Swift book, but the other goodies, like I just like did a 180. It was totally crazy nuts how I was feeling, and how this made me feel. And I was just so overjoyed. And anyway, sorry. Next book. From my wish list, I had Gabby Wolf Mini Mania Volume 2. Now, I have the first one. So I have not, and I have colored in it. I've done 3 or 4 pages in it. So, of course, was planning on getting some more once I, was ready. But it's super that she went ahead and got this for me because it is amazing. And I love Mini Mania and Gabby Wolf. So I'm really excited to color in this one. She also picked up 50 Haunted and Autumn Fairy Houses to color from Chameleia Angel COA. I love Chameleia Angel COA. I love Halloween. I have 50 Halloween miniatures. I also saw this one some time ago as a flip through and put it on my wish list because I was like, oh man, it's so adorable. And I'm very excited to color in this one, especially with fall and spooky season coming up. I am ready. Of course, I'm also a person that could color in it all year long, pretty much, but I'm very excited for that one. And because fall is coming up on us, we have Autumn Scenes coloring book from Teresa Goodridge. It's a Creative Haven book. This one has been around for a while. It's a beloved book for a lot of people for good reason. I do love Creative Haven and Teresa Goodridge. So very excited to get into this one for fall coming up. And then Juliet found a couple that she thought I would like that are related to cats because I love cats. And she was right because these are pretty cute. And I had never heard of them, which is even more exciting. The first is Cat 22 Adult Coloring Book. And let's see, it's sugarsweet.com. And it came out in 2023. All the pages are hand-drawn by a human. Don't you love it? And this one's really cute. It has like a cat single-sided on each page, and it kind of gives a little blurb about the cat. And they have names. I love it so much. I'm really excited to color in here. Love it. This book is amazing. And I'm going to have to check them out. Sugarsweet.com. I'm excited. So excited. And then she also sent me deserted cats, like desserts. And this is also Sugar Sweet. This is 2022. And it's more kitties in a bunch of desserts, which I like coloring food, and I like coloring cats. So this was extremely thoughtful. Juliet, I'm so excited, and that feeling stuck with me like for the rest of the day and into the weekend, and it's just amazing. Can't even explain how this made me feel. And the other cool thing, Juliet took the time to put a little note, like personalized note pertaining to each individual item in the order, which I thought was amazing and extremely thoughtful. So I love that. I love that so much. Juliet, thank you for being such a good coloring friend. And she did say I could mention her name and channel. And like I said, please go check her out. I love watching her and her videos as well. And she does a lot more content than I'm able to get to in a week. So she's definitely cranking out a lot of material for you all to see. So that is really good. She also sent a digital book that's also coming, and it is the Taylor Swift Chibis, which was a Coloring Heaven release. And I do remember that coming out. I don't have anything by Coloring Heaven, so it's actually really cool. So I did receive my digital copy, so I'm excited to do some from there as well. But thanks for sticking with me. If you're still with me and you watch till the end, give me a thumbs up emoji. That's super creative. I can't think of anything. Y'all, this is just tough. Look, it's been a week. I'm like, I need to put another video out. It's been a week. Oh, I feel like I'm neglecting everyone. I'm watching so many videos and coloring so much, but I was like, I need to hop back on here. You would think my hauls, as I've hit the 1 year mark, that I've gotten into this community and onto the YouTube scene, you would have thought, I'm closely reaching a point where I'm, for the most part, like coloring books and supplies. I've worked my way up to getting most of what I want / need. And I think my hauls are going to become less and less, but it's hard. It's hard, especially for some of these illustrators that release books all the time, I feel like. And it's so hard to resist these. And I still have more coming. Like I still have like Hatchet Heroes stuff coming. I have the Halloween from Hannah Carlson is coming. But I have slowed down a little bit, I would say. I do enjoy like budget supply shopping, and maybe I'll do a video on that again. I did a Dollar Tree one last year because it's always fun. And then there's a couple premium supplies that I still haven't purchased that I think at some point I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it because I've been coloring and I've been coloring consistently. And for me, that's the Polychromos, because I am a Prismacolor person and I'm satisfied with that. And I have been coloring with them for a very long time, but I think I'm very curious about Polychromos, and the more I hear about them and see them and whatnot, the more I'm like, I really need to probably put that in my collection at some point. And the other one that I've thought about too is the Albert Durers, if I'm even saying that right, Albert Durer. Okay, so that was a really long video, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope that you will come find me for another future video. Take care now. Bye-bye.